Hi guys, how you're doing? I thought that it would be useful to record a short video about my acoustic guitar pedalboard because I saw over the internet that it's not a common topic and I think it will be useful. So this setup is super simple one. I mean, it doesn't have super special effects. It has only modulation effects, and by modulation effects I mean that here we have a chorus, here we have a delay, here we have a reverb, here we have a loop station. In my case it's loop station RC3. Soon I will present how it works. And this NUX Optima Air, this is like a amp for the acoustic guitar, designed especially for the acoustic guitars. And slowly I will show you how we can improve the dry signal from the acoustic guitar. Let's hear how it sounds. And you hear it's nice. By the way, the guitar is Takamine GD20 CENS electroacoustic guitar, and I'm using the NUX transmitter and the receiver, model B-2. It's wireless system. Okay, so let's start first. Let's start with this NUX Optima Air. What is this? Because it's an amp and IR loader, impulse response loader. It has these two big, wonderful functionalities. First is the amp. So you turn it by this, and let's see how it works without and with amp. The sound, in my opinion, is much wider, bigger, fulfilled. And why I have that idea to have a amp in the pedalboard? And it's because of a reason. And that reason is that when you go for some restaurant or a small gig, it's not so common that they have amps. And you have to have a good sounding amp. Because they use, I don't know, some active columns, etc. So you cannot, carry your amp, and then you simulate the amp by clicking this. And this is super nice, in my opinion, that you have always the same signal, the same sound as you used to, always with you in your pedal board. So this is super useful. Next thing is this IR loader. Let's see. The sound now is even bigger and better sounding, and it's because this stomp box has built-in 12 signals, recorded signals, impulse response from the biggest well-known guitars. And there is Gibson, Taylor, etc. models. You switch the sound by this knob. Right now I will not cover all the features and functionalities of the Stone boxes. Just wanted to show you the nice sounding set in your pedalboard. So yeah, you see that right now I have the impulse response on and I have an amp on. And right now the difference between clean sound and this one is super huge. Okay, let's move on. Chorus. Here, chorus. All choruses has the same knobs and it's always rate, it's always intensity and width. Maybe there is a different naming, but these three knobs are always present. Maybe there can be more, but for sure these three are always present in the chorus. And let's see the difference without chorus and with chorus. You hear that the sound is more like a flowing river. Yeah. And by adjusting these knobs, you have a wider signal or more intense chorus or no, with the bigger or smaller rate. So I really enjoyed this chorus. You know, you can always go with the different brand, different company, but I'm just trying to explain what is the good set for your acoustic guitar pedalboard. Let's now move on. Let's go to the delay. Yeah, right now it's set for super long tail, but delays always have these knobs. Time, mix, so it means intensity in percentages, how much should be intense in your signal, this is the mix knob, and then the repeat, so how long this tail should go. Time is the time between next sounds, between the next ticks, let's say. Okay, so let's maybe connect them together to see how it sounds. I mean chorus and the delay. In my opinion, it sounds really nice. Okay, the last thing is the reverb. Super basic stomp box, but super important. I have this TC Electronic Hall of Fame 2. Let's see the guitar without and with. Chorus is really nice when you finish your chords quickly. And there are a lot of types of reverbs and you can, you know, switch between them by the knob. My favorite is the church. So here I have the level knob, so how much the intensity of that is, the depth, so how deep is that, and the tone, because it can be with more higher or lower tones. Let's see this one. And just for fun, Let's see how it sounds when I took something like 70% both knobs. This kind of set is more for the ambient, you know, sounds. Usually I keep it like that. Okay, and let's turn on other effects. So yeah, it sounds cool. By the way, you know, it's always about your sound and about the music you create. I prefer this kind of sounds because that's how I play and this is my style. You know, it's not that you always have to have this kind of settings. Just wanted to mention that. Okay, and the last thing is the looper here. Long story short, it loops your music. Let's see how it works. And I can do some solo for that. And I can always stop it by this external foot switch. In my case, it's PROEL GF-29. It's optional because you can also stop the looper by click it 2 times. I will show it. You see? And now one more time with this GF-29. And this is nice when you want to make something like a drop, for example. Okay, and the last thing, let's see how it works, how all it sounds together with turned on and turned off. So yeah, that was it. So that's all. I think I hope it was helpful for you guys, and see you next time. Bye!